Recording.
Yes.
Sweet. Robert Curtis from CrossFit South Metro. Today we're going to go over the diagonal stretch. For those of you that are getting programming from us, you'll see this guy on a regular basis. For those of you that just looking to open up anything, Ido Portal calls this guy the queen of all stretches. So what the diagonal stretch is going to look like as a whole, just do a couple. And so there's 2 reps. For setting up the diagonal stretch, what it's really good for is opening up primarily high hip, the hip flexor, and then you kind of get like a weird, like nice seatbelt stretch across, going from the leg, the rear leg, all the way up to your shoulder. The way you're going to set this guy up, to set it up, ideally, you start with your feet together and your toes pointed out just slightly. Okay, it doesn't have to be super crazy. Don't do anything weird. From here, I want to stand on a tightrope. So if I'm going after my right leg, I'm going to take my right foot and place it directly behind my heel, and then I'm going to step back about 1.5 times my shoulder width, so I'm nice and wide. Okay, and that toe stays pointed outward just a little bit. From here, I'm going to take my right hand. Whoa, don't fall over. I'm going to grab my left shoulder. I'm going to use a tactile cue every single time I go down to kind of measure where I'm at. I'm going to press my hips forward. That'll generally get me to bend my knee, keep my abs relatively tight. I just don't want to overextend. I'm going to reach back and I'm going to touch somewhere on the back of my leg. Ideally, I'm touching my heel. Good luck with that. Okay, I'm going to sit back, go as low as I can. I touch my calf. Sweet. My next rep, I want to go a little bit lower and try to touch just a little bit below on my calf. Okay? 9 times out of 10, we're going to do 10 reps. Okay? Each rep should hold for a 1 count at that back position. The 10th rep is going to hold for a 10 count. So if this is my 9th rep, I touch. That's number 9. And then number 10, I sit back, I touch, and hold for 10 count. 9, 10, and recover. Okay? Scaling for this guy, scaling down. A lot of people have issues with balance. If you are sitting with your toe out in this position and you are falling all over the place, balance is an aspect of the movement. Totally is. But if this is just crushing you, you can always just turn this foot in a little bit, make it more of a standard issue lunge stretch. Just make sure that you're still standing somewhat on one line. If that is still super bad, you can always move one foot out to the side so you're not standing directly behind each other. Just make that stance a little bit more natural. And then just slowly try to work your way down your leg as far as like touching. If you're one of those people that can touch your heel immediately, and this is super easy, you're just, easily touching your heel as you push your hip forward, try to keep this leg as straight as you can, and then reach back and touch your heel. I cannot do that, but if you can, good on you, okay? The metric remains the same. As you're doing this guy, it is a stretching move, but it's also a strengthening move. A lot of people in the first little bit will get a pretty groovy sensation the next day. I know I did. My hip flexors are a little tired. They will be, okay? It's part of it. As you guys are going back and forth with them, try not to let your dominant or stronger leg take over. So if I'm touching all the way down to my ankle on my right leg, and then I go to my left leg, and I go down and I barely touch my calf, okay? You might want to limit that right leg a little bit just to make sure that you're not getting completely imbalanced. Okay. Work everything unilaterally, but work it evenly. Okay, generally about 3 sets, 10 reps a piece, 3 to 4 days a week.